How are we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Ben Burnside Show, coming at you from my illustrious studio. It's my bedroom. But I am here to talk about some very exciting news that seems to be on the horizon. The Cape Crusader seems to be having a brand new video game coming out very soon, and there seems to be a trailer that's coming out in less than 24 hours from now in the DC Fandom event taking place virtually with all types of DC news coming out. But with probably the biggest news for me, or maybe even bigger than the Snyder Cut, personally for me, is a brand new Batman Arkham game. We're finally seemingly going to have a new game on the horizon, and we have some. There was an interesting teaser that I wanted to show you that came out today, courtesy of Warner Brothers Games Montreal, which came up, I believe, with the last, at least the last Batman game, or one of them. I believe it was Arkham Origins, if I remember correctly, that they were connected to, but I haven't researched that. I haven't done my homework before this. I'm too excited, and I want to get this video out. But here is the very, very short video that was released today, and this is on the IGN video channel for you guys to see. It's very short and cryptic, so let's take a look. 2, 1. Yeah, I don't. It's very cryptic, gets the blood flowing, gets the internet talking, just specifically meant to get the fan base, get the word out to all the fan base of people that want to watch, that will watch the trailer tomorrow, as if they wouldn't fucking watch anyway at some point. But I don't know. Thinking about it, I don't really see the point of cryptic trailers like this that literally show nothing, that shows a map of Gotham. So yeah, I really don't. I really don't get it. Looking at it, it's just a number of buildings, elapsed time. Yeah, I don't really. Interesting, but yeah, it's interesting. So there's going to be seemingly some stuff a trailer for the new Batman game tomorrow. I've been waiting for this fucking game for years. You have no idea how. I am very excited about this game. I've played all the Batman Arkham games more than once. God, that's a lot of my time wasted on these games. But damn it, I want to get the new Batman game. Batman's my favorite superhero. And I think he's everybody's favorite superhero. Let's be honest here. That's why they made 4 games based off Batman. Well, that, and because he, in terms of a playable video game map, he's not like Superman, to where Superman can go one side of the map to the other, realistically in like less than a second. Like, how are you going to make a video game map for Superman? Batman, it will take a little bit more time at least, even though he's an ultimate ninja. But like, yeah, they've done a lot with the Batman games. The last 4 that they've done, I feel like they've covered everything. I'm so satisfied as a Batman fan that they've covered a lot, but they still can cover more. But in order to further clarify what they can cover more, IGN did another video based off a covering of the series. So let's take a look and see what. Let's take a look at a recap that IGN did in order to further clarify what the Batman video game series hasn't done as of yet. As I upload this, let's see.
There's a lot of story packed into the 4 games in the Batman Arkham series. With a vast cast of characters and plenty of twists and turns along the way, it can be fairly easy to forget everything that's happened in Gotham so far. Don't worry though, we're here to tell you all about the important stuff in as succinct way as we can.
Assassins, sir? As in more than one?
That's right.
And you heard this from the mouth of a crocodile, man.
Set 2 years into his career, Arkham Origins sees Batman survive one snowy night in Gotham. On Christmas Eve, organised crime lord Black Mask places a $50 million bounty on the Dark Knight, and 8 of the world's deadliest assassins compete for the prize. After fending off attacks from Killer Croc, Electrocutioner, and Deathstroke, Batman learns from the Penguin that Black Mask has apparently been murdered.
Black Mask dead. I'm on my way there now.
After investigating the scene of the crime and raiding the Gotham City Police's databases, Batman concludes that Black Mask was not murdered, but in fact kidnapped by a theatrical new villain who goes by the name of the Joker. Posing as Black Mask and taking control of his criminal empire, it was actually the Joker who put out the contract on Batman's life.
I hate this bullshit. I hated that.
This whole time.
The Caped Crusader tracks down and apprehends the Joker, who is incarcerated at Blackgate, but his imprisonment doesn't last long. After inciting a riot, the Joker takes over the prison and forces Batman and the GCPD to intervene. In a final confrontation, Batman finds Joker in an electric chair wired up to Bane's heartbeat. Joker offers a choice: either kill Bane or allow him to live and use his heartbeat to charge up the chair and electrocute the Joker. By using electrical gauntlets, Batman manages to stop Bane's heart and trick the Joker into believing Batman has killed him. After reviving and capturing Bane, Batman finally subdues the Joker and has him arrested.
Any one of my guys would have killed him.
The city deserves better than that.
Arkham Asylum opens with a captured Joker being escorted to the titular institute by an older, more experienced Batman. The Caped Crusader is suspicious of his archenemy and claims that he's allowed himself to be caught as part of some grand scheme. Well, as quick as you can say holy vindication, Batman, Harley Quinn hijacks security and sets the Clown Prince's plan in motion.
Honey, I'm home. Come on in.
As Batman deals with escaped supervillains and Scarecrow's fear toxin, it's revealed that Arkham's doctor, Penelope Young, has been experimenting on Bane. After burying the burly mumbler under half a ceiling, Batman learns that Dr. Young is developing Titan, a more potent version of the venom steroid coursing through Bane's veins.
She drained the venom from my blood.
Joker wants to use this drug to build his own army of super soldiers, so naturally Batman has to put a stop to this. He rescues Dr. Young from the clutches of Victor Zsasz before he can strike another notch, but she is killed seconds later in an explosion. Batman discovers that the Joker is producing Titan from genetically engineered plants in the Arkham Botanical Gardens. He consults sometimes foe, currently friend Poison Ivy for help in creating an antidote. Shockingly, the spores needed for an antidote are in a less than ideal place, the sewer lair of Killer Croc.
You didn't think it would be easy, did you?
No.
While Batman is on the hunt for them, Joker injects Ivy with Titan, causing giant mutated plants to swarm the island. After socking Croc, Batman manages to create a single dose of antidote just before Ivy's plants destroy his equipment. This is already turning into quite a busy night for the Bat, but it isn't over yet. After defeating his sometimes friend, currently foe, Poison Ivy and her giant plants, Batman is lured by the Joker to the visitor center, where a party is waiting for him along with a captured Commissioner Gordon. Diving in front of a shot of Titan meant for Gordon, Batman takes the dose for himself. This naturally angers the Joker, prompting him to take a huge helping of Titan and transform into an actual monster.
Ready for the next round? Always. What?
A rooftop battle takes place and Batman ends his rival's plans with an explosive punch. Those injected with Titan begin to return to normal as Batman returns to Gotham City. Meanwhile, a single crate of Titan is seen floating in the ocean.
Imprisoned behind these walls, gang leaders are fighting a bloody war in the middle of our once great city.
1 year later, and the landscape is drastically different in Gotham. Blackgate Prison is overflowing, so Mayor Quincy Sharp turns Gotham's slums into a huge facility called Arkham City to house criminals. But Sharp is merely a puppet for Hugo Strange, who allows for the criminal population to run amok in this new district. Bruce Wayne isn't the biggest fan of this new arrangement, so holds a press conference to express his concerns, but is arrested by Strange and his Tiger mercenaries. Wayne is then imprisoned in Arkham City. Strange then continues his preparations for the mysterious Protocol 10.
And now that we have you, Protocol 10,
is ready to begin.
It's not looking great for Bruce, but after a handy care package from Alfred, he resumes his role as the world's greatest detective. After bumping into Two-Face and Catwoman, Batman visits Joker in the hope that he'll know what Protocol 10 is all about. Joker is critically ill after pumping his body full of Titan 1 year earlier. Rather than tell him all about Protocol 10,
Protocol 10?
Never heard of it.
Joker instead performs a transfusion, infects Batman with the Titan disease, and tells him that all of Gotham's hospitals have also been infected. As if Batman didn't have enough problems already, he now must search for a cure for both himself and the population of Gotham. This leads him to Mr. Freeze, who had been working on a cure before being kidnapped by the Penguin. After defeating Cobblepot, Batman frees Freeze so he can get back to work. One more ingredient is needed for the cure, though.
It needs a restorative element, some kind of reforming enzyme.
The Lazarus Pit-infused blood of Ra's al Ghul. After tracking down and defeating the Al Ghul family, Batman returns to Freeze with the final ingredient. The cure is developed and promptly stolen by Harley Quinn, who appears to use it to bring the Joker back to health. Strange finally reveals the purpose of Protocol 10, to wipe out all of Arkham's criminal populace. As Tiger troops begin executing inmates, Batman makes his way to Strange and shuts down Protocol 10. Ra's al Ghul appears and reveals himself as the true villain behind the Arkham City initiative.
You may have defeated Strange, but this is just the beginning.
With his dying breath, Strange sets his lair to self-destruct, and Ra's then kills himself to avoid capture by Batman. Before Bruce has a second to rest though, Joker threatens to kill Talia al Ghul unless he hands over Mr. Freeze's cure. But Joker is stabbed by Talia, who reveals she stole the antidote from Harley. Talia is then suddenly killed by a second Joker, who appears still affected by the Titan illness. The first, presumed dead Joker then shapeshifts into Clayface, who's been helping out the Joker all along.
I give you...
Pretty wild reveal.
Batman defeats Clayface, drinks the antidote, and destroys Al Ghul's Lazarus Pit, all before Joker has a chance to use it to secure everlasting life. Batman considers curing Joker with the last antidote, but the clown strikes and the vial smashes, leaving Joker without a cure. Joker eventually dies from the illness as Batman places his body on a police car, leaving the scene in silence.
Wild ending. What happened? I feel like this is maybe the best one.
This is how it happened. This
But people don't like
is how the Batman died.
Gotham is a safer place 9 months after the death of the Joker, but Scarecrow is back to wreak havoc by unleashing his fear toxin. A full evacuation of the city once again conveniently just leaves criminals on the streets. With the help of Oracle, Batman tracks Scarecrow to Ace Chemicals, but is interrupted by a mysterious new villain, the Arkham Knight.
Of course, you're thinking, who the hell is this guy?
After overcoming them, Batman confronts Scarecrow, who reveals he's kidnapped Oracle. Batman succumbs to fear toxin before he can catch Scarecrow. The toxin produces vivid hallucinations of Joker, who Batman has been having visions of due to the blood transfusion performed 9 months earlier. After recovering, Batman tracks down the Cloudburst, a machine designed to distribute the toxin on a mass scale, but the Arkham Knight takes it for himself. Batman finds Oracle, but as he attempts to rescue her, she's exposed to the fear toxin and commits suicide out of fear. Back at Batman's base, Robin, fearing that Batman is slowly turning into Joker, tries to imprison him, but the tables are turned as Robin is locked away instead by a stubborn Batman.
We can help you! You don't need to do this!
The Cloudburst is then used by the Arkham Knight and the city is swamped in fear toxin. Batman once again goes to Poison Ivy for assistance, who agrees to help and clears the skies with the aid of an ancient tree. It's successful, but comes at the expense of Ivy's life and the Joker's growing presence inside Batman due to extended exposure to the toxin. The Dark Knight presses on, discovering that the Arkham Knight is Jason Todd, the previous Robin who was supposedly killed at the hands of the Joker. Instead, he was tortured and transformed into a villain. Batman offers to help him, but Todd appears to have lost all faith in him after he was left to die.
You left me to rot in that abandoned wing of Arkham for over a year!
Todd escapes, and Batman confronts Scarecrow once again, where he discovers that Oracle's death was merely a toxin vision. Batman rescues her, but Scarecrow kidnaps her father, Commissioner Gordon, in response. Scarecrow then launches an onslaught on the Gotham City Police Department in an attempt to leave Batman without allies. This distraction allows Scarecrow to take Robin hostage while the battle rages. In no position to negotiate, Batman surrenders to Scarecrow in order to save both Gordon and Robin, and is taken to what remains of Arkham Asylum. Here, Scarecrow reveals Batman's Batman's true identity to the world by continually exposing him to the toxin. A battle then takes place inside Wayne's mind between Batman and the Joker. Batman eventually wins and banishes the Joker for good. Todd then arrives to save Batman, who uses the fear toxin on Scarecrow to finally defeat him.
What's wrong? Scared.
After Gotham appears to restore itself to a level of normality, Bruce goes home to Wayne Manor and activates the Nightfall Protocol. His home then suddenly explodes, presumably killing both him and Alfred. Later, the couple are ambushed in an alleyway, but are saved by a mysterious figure who bears a resemblance to Batman.
What the hell?
Well, there you have it, the timeline of the Arkham series so far. If you want more Batman, then why not check out these videos?
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up with the Batman Arkham series, just like many of you, and so I am very much looking forward to this. I think it's going to be pretty epic, and I think that a big thing with this series is that we've been waiting for it for so damn long, right? We've been waiting for this series for nearly 6 years, if not 6 years. The last one came out in 2015, but it's got to be more than 5 years now when this came out, when Arkham Knight came out. So I'm just hungry for a game. I don't care what it is. A lot of people are suspecting this next game to be revolving around the Court of Owls. I don't know. I don't know much about the Court of Owls. Like, people are obsessed with this idea of the Court of Owls. I don't really care. It just, it might sound silly, but I find the Court of Owls, even in this comic book world, to be kind of silly. It's some kind of Victorian hidden family that's super badass and can beat up Batman. Is that what they are? Like, so bad they could beat up, at least they could very much hold their own against Batman. Maybe not necessarily beat him, but literally go toe to toe with him. So I don't like that. I don't like it when comic book companies make characters that can go toe to toe with characters that have been dominant forever, and their grand idea for the next comic. Even though main heroes have been in trouble with inferior villains all the time in terms of physicality, they finally go, oh, I know, let's get a character that can beat up the main character. That's creative. That's what I think of Doomsday when they pick Superman. Doomsday, though, I got to give an exception because Doomsday's badass. The idea of him is badass. I just wish he wasn't the most powerful character, arguably, in comics. Maybe not. I wish he wasn't that powerful, but you get what you get. But anyway, let's talk about some ideas of what this Batman game could be. What haven't we got with the Batman series, which a lot of wasn't covered in this second video. But what haven't we gotten that I've thought of, just off the top of my head? Well, Court of Owls is one, and that's why I think so many people are attracted to it. They want to see the Court of Owls. We haven't gotten a whole lot. There isn't much. In terms of the Batman world, the only stuff we haven't gotten that I can think of are really, really minor level characters of Batman. Kind of like Egghead. Just these are cameo characters that I want to see. Obviously not the main villain in the game, but I want to see minor level characters like what was it? Like Egghead, like King Tut. I want to see more of Hush. We didn't get a whole lot of Hush in the game, but we did get a full story with him at the same time, so so-so. Um, Damn, I'm drawing a blank now. We didn't get a whole lot of Man-Bat. At least not as much as I would have liked in the Arkham Knight game. I want to see more of him. If honestly, I wonder, another possibility that this game could be tomorrow is this in the future? Is this going to be Batman Beyond? That's a possibility. I mean, I think Batman has been very much fleshed out in the video game world already with these very four detailed world games that they've done with the Batman character. We haven't, but we haven't gone into Gotham City in the future. That's one thing we haven't done. So a Batman that is in the future, I would be down to see that. Another thing I'd be at least a little interested in seeing, maybe it can be in just a segment of the story mode of the game. They should bring in Bloodhaven. Maybe they should bring in Bloodhaven a little bit for a Batman game and go into the world of damn it, big time superhero, Nightwing. Maybe they can consider that. Maybe they could have a map that, at least for the time being. Now, I don't get me wrong. I primarily want the map to be in Gotham, but maybe they can have some of the game be outside of Gotham, like a Bloodhaven or somewhere else, another DC city, perhaps. And this is my big suggestion of what they could add into this Batman world. They could add DC characters that isn't specifically a part of just the Batman universe. Throw in Superman. Have him featured in the game, and go back to the Dark Knight Returns comic and have Batman fight Superman to where Superman maybe could be brainwashed, and boom, you have Batman goes to his contingency plan. If Superman goes bad, have Batman fight Superman. Boom! Major boss battle in the game. There you go. Hell, you could add other members of the Justice League. Now, granted, I want this to stay and feel like a Batman game, but throw a couple of DC characters outside of just the Batman world in the game. Maybe you could put in Flash. Green Lantern, that'd be a little much. Flash would honestly be a little much too. Maybe they can put in Wonder Woman somehow into this game. She's kind of a weird. She doesn't fit very well with Gotham either, but I would argue that she might fit better than the previous two I mentioned, of Flash and Green Lantern. And she won't overstay her welcome in the game. And she's a big enough character to where it doesn't matter if she doesn't fit in. She could be there for a couple seconds and people would be cool with it. Her and Superman are those two. In terms of villains, maybe Lex Luthor could have a piece of the pie in Gotham. I don't see the problem with that though is I don't see why Lex Luthor would give a shit about Gotham. That's just me. So, and the Court of Owls. If they just focus on the Court of Owls and not all this other DC stuff, it would stay in the play box and in the normal gameplay and in the comfortable gameplay of the Batman Arkham games that we've seen already. And they could just do what they could just Warner Brothers Montreal can do what they do best and just make the games that they've already been making and mastering already. So without all the big superheroes with the big superpowers. So I'm running out of ideas, already. And see, this is what I'm talking about. There's a lot of Batman stuff has already happened in the games. All the villains have been revealed in all the games, all the major Batman villains. There's not very many people left at all. All the Robins. I guess Damian Wayne hasn't been introduced, but I don't want to see Damian Wayne. I don't want to see a little bratty kid who could beat up Batman, who could stand a good chance against Batman. No thanks. No. I don't want to see that. I don't know. I don't know what else. Maybe they could. It's hard. I don't know what else to do. Maybe they could add some LA Noir type feel to it, to where it feels. They could add more elements into this Batman game to where you really, really, really feel like a detective. And it's not a linear path in terms of solving a case. Like, they kind of make it hard for you to figure out the case, and if you don't pick up clues while working on a case, you'll hit dead ends, and just make it hard. Make it a little harder with the game, with the case solving. I think a big question people have, or at least that I'm getting right now in my head, is where is Joker going to be in all of this? Where is Joker going to be? Because we know we're going to get him. We're going to get him in some way. Or are we? Or is Warner Brothers Montreal going to listen to the fans that have been complaining, including with me being one of them, complaining about how at the end of the day with these Batman games, it's always down to the Joker. Joker. It's always down to the Joker. Even with Arkham Knight, as you just saw, the Joker was dead, and they brought him back in a dream, as a part of Batman's memories. And at the very end of the game, it wasn't Scarecrow who was the main boss in the last game, the main alive boss in the last game, that Batman was. He wasn't the last villain that Batman was taking down overall, but in a mental capacity and in an overall capacity, Joker was the last villain that Batman took down, as he eliminated the Joker from his mind forever. Wasn't a fan. What really pissed me off more, though, as I mentioned while watching the second video, was in Arkham Origins when they revealed Black Mask to be Joker. I thought that was a bunch of bullshit. And that's maybe another thing they could do. They could add Black Mask to this game and really kind of go forward there. Maybe they could add the mob too. Add the traditional mafia, who's a part of the Batman universe, into this game a little more. They could put in maybe a Falcone and those guys a little more, because they're barely featured in Arkham Origins, but maybe they could be featured a little more as early goons. That would be nice. They could do that. One more thing I maybe thought of. Again, it's hard. They've done everything. They got all the sidekicks in there. Batgirl and Robin and Nightwing. Alfred's been there a bunch of times now. I mean, everybody's done their thing in this game. Maybe as a downloadable content, this is a cool idea. They could have the Predator. I've been watching a lot of Predator videos as of late. Maybe there was a comic where the Predator hunted Batman. Maybe they could add that into a DLC storyline where the Predator hunts Batman and the Batman has to take him down. That would actually be pretty cool. That would be pretty dope. I'd be interested in that. So that's a thing they could do. That's a very cool thing they could do. I'm running out of ideas here. Did I mention the Easter egg, the Easter egg villains that haven't been really covered in the Batman games. Egghead, King Tut, the Clock King wasn't mentioned a lot in the games. The puppet character, Scarface, or that's his name, Scarface, right? Where's the puppet character? Put him in there. I want to see that character in this next game as a side character at least. Put him in there, please. We're not going to get, well, I'm sure we're going to get, if this franchise keeps making money, we'll get even another game down the road as well, along with this game, this upcoming game. But come on, put in Scarface already. Scarface, the ventriloquist puppet. Put him in there. Running out of ideas. Maybe Catman. I think there was a Catman, right? That Batman has fought in the past. Maybe they could add him too. Oh, I got one more. One more they could do. Because it's a similar world, they dedicated a lot. He was compared as the Batman in the DC TV universe. Maybe they could add the Green Arrow into this game as like a side character. I mean, he has a relatively similar world to Batman's, and I think that would be pretty cool too. So, I mean, and with all these extra ideas that haven't been in the Batman games yet being mentioned, obviously bring a lot of the old characters from that have been in at least one or multiple of the 4 games back, to this game, to make it a complete Batman package. Some new, quite a bit of old that we are happy to see back again because it's been 6 years. I'm looking forward to this game. This game is really something that I've been waiting to see. I can't fucking wait for the trailer. I'm going to talk about it big time. So yeah, we'll get into that. One more thing I forgot. I just remembered right now. The Riddler. The Riddler. Please fucking don't have the Riddler be a guy where we're just chasing his trophies around in this game. Have him be a meaningful character in this upcoming game. Sure, you could chase a few of his trophy, but actually give him a storyline. I know you did that with Catwoman too, but it was more trophy chasing. I'm sick of doing the trophy chasing Riddler shit. I'm sick of it. Please, just have the Riddler do something else. Okay? Please. Maybe you can give the trophy chasing stuff to the Mad Hatter or something. You could chase hats. Just do something. Chase hats. I'd be down to chase hats. And the hats could be old Batman costumes from different comic books. Boom. You unlocked them. You unlocked all the different costumes. I don't know. There you go. There's a lot of creative ideas right there that are flowing through me. You could thank Warner Brothers Montreal for their 17-second creative trailer of just a fucking map. I'm just kidding. I'm not giving them any credit. But anyway, that is my take. I am excited to see this Batman game. It has been 6 years. I'm ready. I want to see it. Give me this game. I want it. And with that being said, I am hoping that you guys are as excited as I am for the reveal tomorrow. And not just the reveal for the Batman game, but the reveal for whatever the hell's going on with the Snyder Cut and other related DC news that I haven't even thought of yet. With that being said, tune in tomorrow for my reaction to the Batman video game trailer. I am fucking looking forward to it, and it is going to be a fun time. Day or night, Batman is my light. Just came up with that right now. It's a little lame. Anyway, I will see you guys soon. Tomorrow, to be exact, to watch this trailer. I can't wait to watch it with you guys. It should be a lot of fun. With that being said, though, until then, like and subscribe to my video channel. I talk about all different things, not just comic books, but sports. Different section, a separated section of my opinion on politics. I think that's important. Anything that you want to talk about, definitely entertainment, all in there. All in there. I want to talk about it. I want to get my hands on it, and I want to talk to you about it too. So with that being said, tune in tomorrow for the video, and until then, peace out. I will catch you on the burn side, and I will see you for DC Fandom tomorrow. Take care, guys.